Okay, I think we're okay now.
Okay, work.
Wow.
Okay, work. Hello
Drama.
everybody. Drama. Hello everybody. This
More
is
like drama.
a live podcast episode of the What's the
Wow.
Gays Think podcast. Oh my god. We're live on Twitch today. If you're listening to the podcast later, because this is still going to go up on our regularly scheduled Wednesday at the same time as it usually does, even though I usually put it out late, but whatever. It's fine. It'll come out on our usually scheduled Wednesday. But if you're listening to this, we are live on Twitch right now, and we're going to be interacting with our lovely chat today. And I see John's already in the chat. Hey, John.
Hi, John.
And Jackie's also in the chat, even though Jackie is here with us as well.
Right, the special
Did you-
guest.
Did you intro us?
I was getting there. The only thing I usually do is I call Pat a nickname. So here we go. Today with me I have, oh my god, today with me I have an academic scholar with lovely presentation skills. Pat, how you doing, Pat?
Oh, I'm doing much better now that that presentation is over.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
How are you?
I'm lovely, and we also have my personal electrician, Jackie. How you doing, Jackie?
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's see this nickname come out on the fly. I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing lovely now that I'm here with the both of you and our lovely chat.
Of course.
John says, I asked, I'm freaking out. Freaking out about what, John?
We'll do it live.
About doing it live, about the live episode.
John's freaking out about it. Oh, no.
Was
Let
it
me
John's idea?
No.
Oh.
No, but he supports it.
I mean, we love people who support this.
We love supportive friends.
I got a king-size bed.
Yes.
I love that. I want one.
So, I know, you don't have one?
No, I have a queen-size bed. I actually want a king-size bed.
Oh,
though.
well, we had a queen size, and I was telling Kel for the longest time that we should really get a king size because the dogs take up too much room. So we ordered one, and the bed frame came in a while ago, and the mattress finally came in today, and I built it. I put it together myself. I dragged that mattress in the house, and now we have it.
I love that for you.
I want a king-size bed because Cody does take up a lot of space as well. Hi, Sam. How are you? Sam's in the chat.
Hi, Sam.
It is not a purple mattress. It is an Amazon brand mattress.
Nice.
Why would
An
it be a
Amazon
purple? Why would it
brand.
be a purple mattress? Is that a thing?
It's a company, Purple.
Company.
Oh,
They
I
make
was
the-
thinking of
supposed to be
color.
like, ergonomic, well for your back, cuboidal shaped.
Like a
interior.
silicone mattress, I think.
Yeah,
right?
it's very squishy.
Yeah.
Is it
they
like
make pillows.
is it like those memory foam mattresses?
It's not like that. I'll-
It's different.
Yeah, it's different. You should. They have the. Didn't they have those Sasquatch commercials?
I
With the
think they
mom?
had the egg commercials. Do you remember?
Right,
Like, they had
yeah,
the egg in it, and then they
yeah.
would try to like smash the egg, and it just
Yeah.
it wouldn't
And it
work.
would be fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a grid. Yeah, it's a purple grid
Yes,
mattress.
yes.
But I have it. I love it. I can't wait to get all the dogs. Because now both Ace and Kai can be on the bed. Because for a while, Ace would not want to be on the bed if Kai was there because she bothered
Oh.
him. But now there's enough room. And there's enough room for me because I was the one always getting pushed off the side of the bed. So
I thought Kai couldn't get on the bed.
she can't, but we end up pulling her up,
Okay, you give her a nice boost. I love Kai. She's a nice thick baby.
You should get one of those dog ramps.
We do, and she forgot how to use it. See, Kai is so large, she needs about 10 feet of runway before she gets to the ramp to align herself to the runway. and
Sure.
get
Yeah.
up it. Unfortunately, now with the smaller room and the dimensions that we're working with, the ramp is flush with the bed, but there's only about a foot of space before the ramp hits the wall. And she can't
Oh.
turn sharp enough to align herself to the ramp comfortably to get up on there anymore.
Oh, you're gonna have
Much like a 737 or something.
Yeah,
you know.
she's as wide as one, and
like a Boeing,
Big
a
dog.
plane.
yeah,
Mhm.
Boeing. Yes, I just
surprised I got
bathed them
that reference.
too. I bathed them in the new shower. It was so nice. They smell
Oh
so
my god,
good
I
now.
want to
love
see your new
that.
apartment.
Well, as I was saying before, if you hang out with us on my birthday, you could see it.
I will.
When's on?
Okay. Sad thing is we don't have a couch, but the couch should be coming some point in April. So
I
Well-
love that.
Like we said, Jackie and me are just gonna cuddle in the same bed. It's fine.
I never consented to that, I don't think.
I'm pretty sure you were like, okay, let's go.
John,
This after or before, I don't remember. You said, I want to be dependent on you, and Jackie would be responsible for me. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So then, I wasn't in my right state of mind.
Oh my god, right. I forgot a Boeing plane crash today.
Yeah.
Oops.
I think in China, right? A plane crashed in China today.
Yes, one crashed. It was I just read about this like an hour ago. Yep, that did happen.
I can't believe Jackie would make that joke.
Jackie is so insensitive.
So insensitive. Not to mention there was that plane of soldiers in the Netherlands that also crashed and they all died. They were doing a military routine in the Netherlands and the plane crashed and they all died.
Jesus.
So a lot of plane crashing recently. Sorry.
It legit went down vertically, Sam says.
Boeing is really shady. They had some design changes recently. Like the whole 747 Max thing too. Real shady. Went down vertically. Jesus.
I'm not surprised that you like to know things about planes. I feel like that really fits.
I do. I love any type of large transportation. I would love to pilot one. But I also think it's really interesting the connection that we have between user experience and these large machines and how if it's not designed well, it can go very poorly. Very poorly.
Like trains, for example, too. Imagine if a train derailed.
Yes.
Well, trains derail more commonly than planes crash, apparently.
Also, nuclear power plants. Like a couple of the meltdowns have actually been, I forget which meltdown or partial meltdown it was, but it was attributed to a poor user interface. And they could not identify the problem, referencing the material handbook. It was all kinds of, there's really good podcasts about it. I think it's called like Adobe Wireframe. And they talk about kind of how user experience in the physical world can lead to very large problems like that.
As Sam is talking about how they listen to a plane mishap and accident podcast.
Oh my gosh, so similar.
Is it the same podcast? Who knows? You
chose to listen to it. I don't know why. Because, it gives me anxiety. You listen to it even though it gives you anxiety.
I'm gonna go to something that happened to me the other day, and by the other day I mean yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So I went out to a restaurant with my family for a nice family dinner for my brother's birthday.
What was it? What restaurant?
It was a place called B2 Bistro.
Oh,
in North Brunswick, and I was like, oh my god, I'm like 20 minutes from New Brunswick. I could say hi to Pat, and then I was like, I didn't do that.
Well, also I don't.
He doesn't live there anymore, sweetie.
North Brunswick.
I said, but I was close to New Brunswick. I can go visit Pat at Lab, is what I was thinking.
I wasn't there yesterday.
Well, you go in every day, you told me, so you lied to me, basically.
Okay, well, yesterday I did not go in. I'm sorry.
John says Olive Garden. No.
Matt was 50 miles in proximity to where he thinks that Pat is sometimes, and he was like, I could just go visit.
So you went to the bistro.
I went to B2 Bistro, and my brother, as we all know, I'm an uncle now. So my brother brings the baby. The baby's like 6 months old now, probably, maybe more than that.
Oh, yeah.
I think she's like 8 months old actually now, but she's an infant. So we're in this restaurant. She's behaving very well. She's not crying at all, actually. Behaving
Matt.
Unlike me, I was bawling. Yeah, no.
Yeah, shitting his pants.
But no, this she's acting very, very well for being in a loud restaurant because the restaurant itself was kind of loud. So when we were leaving, this apparently old white lady who was nearby, like, pulls Sam over. Not like Sam is my sister-in-law and the mother of the baby. So pulls Sam over and it's like, this restaurant is too loud for that baby. You shouldn't have brought her here. And I'm like, this entitled bitch. Who do you think you are coming up to us and being like, I know what you should do with your child. You shouldn't have brought her here. It's too loud here.
Some old woman, you said? Some old woman?
Some old woman. Sam says a Karen in the wild. Yes, basically.
You should have been like, you're too old to be alive here. Die.
Hi, Kaiju. How are you?
Why don't you worry about the own children that crawled out of your dusty, rancid vagina, and I'll worry about the children who crawled out of mine. Because that old lady probably has a rancid cooch.
I mean, it's
full of cobwebs.
Very common, yeah.
Evil people have evil genitalia, and that's what I've learned. True. Like I've been with some evil guys.
Poison dicks,
that poison dick.
Venom dick, yeah. It'll get you. It'll bite you.
Venom dick.
Yeah,
God.
it'll get you.
So what did
Okay.
she say? Did she yell at her? Like, what? Did she, like, go, fuck you?
There was no fighting that was going on. Sam was apparently
Oh.
very respectful, but then she was like, I was about to fight her, but I didn't want to deal with it. And I was like, good for you, Sam.
You know what? Yeah, it's like brunch or something. It's too much effort. Just give me my pancakes. Sans the old white lady.
Sans the old white lady.
Yeah, I want the pancakes and the eggs, but
No.
without the white lady. Just hold that.
Yeah.
I don't want them.
Yeah, please hold the boomer.
But also, like, my family's very loud in general. So Nora, the baby's name, Nora's probably used to the screaming and the loudness of just generally being within vicinity of my family because we're so
Anytime
loud.
she sees you, it's just screaming.
Yeah, it's true.
She doesn't actually like my younger brother.
Why?
I don't know what.
Is it homophobia?
No, she likes
Well,
me.
no, because she likes Matt.
She likes me. Whenever my younger brother holds her, she starts crying.
Does he not like kids in general?
Well, I mean, I don't really like kids either, but she doesn't mind me.
Okay.
No, so the explanation that Sam gave was that my brother looks a little bit like Nick, my older brother, who's the dad. So Sam goes, I think when Nora looks at my younger brother, she sees like the similarity in them, but then realizes that it's not actually Nick, and then gets upset about it. Gets upset about it.
Okay,
That's right, because
that's
you
fair.
don't look very much like your siblings. I feel like.
I actually look like my sister. There is, if you compare us two, our facial structures are very similar.
Feminine.
Oh, well, here we are.
I love that.
Facial structures aren't gendered.
Oh, here, Pat, what's your rebuttal?
I'm going to say that based on our society, we have ascribed certain facial structures to genders, and since I live in this society, I must play in those structures to help describe certain things I see.
Oh, here's a question from the chat. John says waffles or pancakes?
Oh,
Pancakes.
shit.
I like waffles, but I also like French toast, which is what Sam said.
Pancakes all the way.
I prefer waffles.
My default is probably pancakes. However, a good waffle could fuck me up any day because you have all those nooks and crannies for yummy jams or whatever you want. It's a little bit crunchier sometimes. I love that.
Love.
I went to get pancakes recently.
Mm-hmm.
At there was a place in Jersey City called Bridgestone Diner, which is now called like Life Pancake Factory. I don't know why they changed the name.
Hey.
Anyway, it's like this really well-known diner who the daughter took over from the parents and then renamed it, and they have a Guy Fieri item on the menu because he went there for I think diners, drive-ins, and dives at some point. So I got his thing. So their shtick, this Pancake Factory shtick, is they do pancake wraps. So they make a giant pancake and they wrap shit in it into like a burrito kind of thing.
Okay.
That sounds
not
delish.
as good as it used to be.
Oh, okay.
Sadly, but it's still kind of good. The Guy Fieri one is fried buffalo chicken. I didn't get the buffalo sauce. With a blue cheese sauce, red pepper, like a sweet red pepper, or roasted, and cheese wrapped in a pancake.
That sounds pretty delectable.
It's so heavy. And then I had a banana Foster milkshake, and I just...
Oh, girl.
Ooh, girl.
Were you asleep in like 10 minutes? Because I would have been.
No. Oh,
I would have
why?
been too.
Why?
Because right after, I saw the Jujutsu Kaisen film. Now, I'd love to talk about it, but we're not going to do any spoilers.
We're not going to do spoilers. We're not going to do spoilers.
Because I just started. I watched 3 episodes.
I'm going to talk in the most broad strokes possible.
Okay, great. This is one of my topics as well.
Okay, so something in particular I want to talk about with Jackie later, but that'll be later.
Later in bed.
Anyway, the film is actually, the great thing is, Matt, you could probably go see the film because the film is really a prequel to the series.
Oh, okay. Well,
but in general, it follows the main character Yuta something. I don't know. His last name starts with an O, but it basically follows him as this kind of cursed kid, and how Yuta, he's basically helped by this school of sorcerers who use curses to fight other curses, basically. very broad. Don't want to give any plot details. However, the movie is fantastic. Mappa animated it. It's beautifully animated. There's no nasty 3D animation. And I was like,
No.
it's all super polished. The music is on point, and there are a lot of characters who've already appeared in the series that appear in the show as well, or in the movie as well. They get a little more like time, which is really cool. And I love Yuta as a main character. I think he's way better than Yuji currently is as a main character in the series, even though we're only at season 1.
Is there going to be a new season?
Yes.
Oh, well, I actually didn't know. I thought that the movie was the ending, but
No,
I've only
it's
seen
the
3
prequel.
episodes.
It's the start.
Well, here we are. John says this sounds like Turning Red. That could be another thing that we talk about too. Even though I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
I've seen it, and I can later. We can talk about the response to it.
Yeah. Although apparently chat loves the Mappa. That Mappa animated it.
Yeah.
There's such a good studio.
Mappa is putting its whole animussy in the anime market, because they're not only recently animated Attack on Titan season 4 and probably the film that might come out after, who knows, Yuri on Ice, Jujutsu Kaisen. They're going to animate Chainsaw Man. And I think they're also animating, what's that other one? Oh, fuck. Death Parade? I don't know. There's like some other show they're animating. I don't know. Heaven's Parade, Paradise. Doesn't matter.
Doing something
Hell's
in
Paradise. I knew Sam would know. Hell's Paradise.
There we go.
Because often Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, and Hell's Paradise are seen as this like holy trifecta of like supernatural horror spooky manga, and Mappa's animating all 3 of them. So
I'll have to read that.
Mappa's just into it.
I have to start buying the manga for Jujutsu Kaisen because I would love that.
I was going to say something to our chat real quick. If anyone has any questions for us or any topics that they would like for us to discuss, go ahead and plop it in chat, and we can come back and address it at any point. We like doing Q&A sometimes, where you guys just ask us random questions and we provide lovely answers. There's Streamlabs coming up to rep the podcast, as we are literally doing one right now. But if anyone has any questions.
Yeah, what I want to talk about, though, is Jackie's cooch. When
you're watching, bring up specifically, okay.
Well, I want your opinion on the film,
sure,
in broad strokes, but also your cooch, because what you sent me after what I sent you was graphic.
Oh, okay. We're gonna come back to that because it was not graphic. I was like, what would Pat say here? And then I did that, and now you're saying it's graphic. Okay, well, in very broad strokes, I am new to the JJK fandom franchise, whatever. So I've seen the anime. I've not read it. I went to read it. So I was very excited because it was just so good. It was so good, and I really enjoyed the setting and the whole world that they're building in JJK, and I was excited to have more of it before we have season 2 of the anime. And in very broad strokes, I thought it had a lot of wonderful character development, and it was a lot of fun to see some characters before we came to know them in season 1 and kind of see more of their backstories and get a little bit more context for the world. So I think it was fantastic. Mappa could leave me for dead.
Right.
I hope they would animate that. I really hope they would animate killing me, because they would do it very nicely.
Who would you want? Who would you want to kill you from that cast?
Oh,
I think I know who it is.
Oh no, you probably do. Okay. Oh my god, I'm blanking on her name. You know who I mean.
Yeah, Maki.
Maki. I was gonna say like Mika. Yeah. Probably Maki, and also probably Gojo. They are like favorites.
Sam's just Choso can end my existence.
End my existence.
Honestly, most of the cast of that series and the film could kill me. I mean, in the series itself, like Megami obviously his wolves can eat me alive.
For sure.
Yuji can black flash me to death.
Sure.
Gojo can just fucking obliterate my mind.
Yeah, put me in a little mind sphere, sure.
Yeah, I don't even care. Like the panda could just wreck my whole.
Yeah.
The android character.
Oh.
The witch can just shove that broom just right up my ass.
I'm loving this for our podcast listeners right now.
The sword suit girl.
Yeah.
From the other place. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't watched very far, so I don't know who a lot of these people are.
Well, I will say this about, because I've read some of the manga after the first season takes place, and I will say the first season is fun, but I feel like the rest of the manga is just like much better in terms of, because like the first season it's kind of a slow build up. I think like afterwards though it just goes, it goes and goes and goes.
Okay.
Wreck me.
Sam even agrees. They know they're watching it, reading it, watching it, whatever.
Wreck me, wreck my pussy.
Till y'all meet some more characters incoming, more daddies for you, LOL. Yeah, no, it's gonna be chef's
So
kiss.
about you flooding the theater.
So anyway.
Yeah, excuse me, I want to go back to that.
So Pat, what I was going to ask you, it's so funny you bring this up. I was going to ask you, like, how flooded was your theater when you saw it?
Here's the thing. How full was your theater with people?
Mine was actually not very full. I saw it at 7 on a Sunday.
Mine was actually kind of full, and it had
Saturday.
A lot of younger people. So like there were audible gasps and like clapping and like happy moments for when things happened. So
I hate that.
My theater was just, you know that scene in Titanic where
the ship breaks
and it's flooded,
where the ship sinks,
trying to get out of the basement, and she's like trapped behind that iron gate.
Yeah,
that's people trying to leave the theater because it was just filled with calm.
Yeah.
What?
The moment Gojo pulled half of his little eye wrap off, and you saw his eye, gallons.
Yeah. Gallons.
So how was your theater?
Factory. Well, we had an emergency, and they did have to call the glue factory.
Yeah.
To come clean this stuff up because it was just too wet and wild for the poor movie theater staff to handle.
Yeah. Turn that faucet off. You got a leaky pipe.
Yeah, like you said before, the water bill was so high.
The water bill's so high.
So high. I had to bring an inflatable kayak to get myself out safely.
Yeah.
So it was an excursion, but I will say it was worth it. Yeah, no, the whole theater was just flooded. Absolutely destroyed.
Was it just from your coochie, or was it from like everyone combined?
Collectively.
But since it was a more empty theater, I suspect Jackie really did provide.
Yeah, Jackie maybe made 90% of it.
The Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away.
Sure,
He provide.
I provide.
How do you guys feel? How do you guys feel about those people that clap at the end of movies?
I was gonna ask that too. No, wait. At the end of movies, that's fine. I thought you were gonna say during movies. I don't like when people have audible reactions to a movie, unless it's like the midnight premiere of a movie, because that's all the diehard fans. So if you're going for that, like, you should expect that. It's just not my thing, and I prefer to enjoy being alone in the theater with the big screen with the really good audio. I don't need to be reminded of the scum of humanity that is just around my peripheral.
I think that some like maybe audible gasps is fine.
Yeah.
But like if you are having prolonged like clapping or screaming in the movie while the movie's happening, I'm like, okay, chill, because I'm trying to hear the movie.
Yes.
Yes, I prefer films that have built in the film, the creators knew that this was going to be a moment, and they give time for that moment to happen with no dialogue. So John was saying Endgame would be the same.
Yeah.
Spoilers for Endgame. During Endgame, Captain America lifts up Mjolnir. In that sequence, there is not an uttered word, and it's great because you can have fans clap and scream at the screen itself, and you won't miss anything because there's no dialogue, so you don't have to worry. However, in another movie, who knows, I can't think of an example, but if there's dialogue happening and then people start gasping, clapping, screaming, and I'm like, bitch, this is not subtitled, there's no closed captioning, I don't know what they just
let me listen to the movie.
Yes, just please. I'm here to enjoy the narrative. not your shenanigans.
Yeah.
I was just seeing Sam saying, I like reactions in anime movies unless it's super distracting. Yeah, I don't like when it's super distracting. There were like a couple like little chuckles and gasps here, and it was not disruptive.
Yeah.
The flooding was disruptive, you know?
Yeah. Well,
Right,
I mean,
right.
when the fire people had to come in, and then they were like, what had happened?
I blamed it on someone else, honestly.
Not mine. And you were just, I mean, you
I
tried.
rode away. I rode away at that
Yeah.
point. I was gone.
You tried to pin it on someone else, but I mean, the snail trail you left behind were just...
Snail trail?
They just followed it back to you.
Ah! Kaiji says, I'm fine with it. It's like reactions hard to control. Well, except when you have a movie. This is what happened to me when I saw Spider-Man, the most recent Spider-Man movie. Spoilers.
Oh, this is a great example.
Yeah. Spoilers for the most recent Spider-Man movie. If you haven't seen it yet, turn it off now.
Jackie hasn't seen it.
Oh, has Jackie not seen it?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. Then spoilers for that then. When I think it's Andrew Garfield first appears on the screen, there's lots of clapping, lots of loud clapping, but they continue with the dialogue and people are still screaming. I'm like, I can't hear what's happening.
He and Zendaya and the other character, his other friend Nate, or what is his name? Wait, hold on, Jackie, go away. They all converse, and it's not super important, but he talks, and I want to hear it, and people are like screaming, and I'm like, it's not even like... Y'all knew going in this was going to happen.
Y'all knew it was going to happen.
Went in that film, and please don't say it in the chat because Jackie will read it, but no one went in that film thinking the other two aren't going to show up. Yeah. They absolutely were going to show up. Now we're going to move on.
Jackie,
moving on from the topic.
You can come back in. I'm trying to wave Jackie back in.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. All right.
No one talk about it. We're done. We're not. It's dead to me. Let's talk about Dobby dies.
Dobby dies, John.
I went to see a comedian last night.
Sure. Was it Matt? He's pretty funny looking. Hey!
Jackie, come over here and fight me right now. Like,
Jackie can't come anymore. They ran out. They flooded the theater.
You don't reset? Do you not like recharge, like reset?
No, it desiccated.
Desiccated. It's all gone. It's over.
Does the volcano erupt immediately after just one eruption? No, it takes a long time to build back up.
Yeah, anyway, like millions of years.
My refractory period is in millions of years, not days.
Light years, actually. Yeah.
Light years is a distance, but okay.
Measured by time. Measured by time, bitch.
No, it's just a distance. And it related to how long it takes for light to travel a certain distance, but it's a distance.
But technically it's a measure of time.
How many miles is a light year?
Anyway.
Distance and time are very similar. Like,
don't you mean how many light years is a... No.
No, how many miles is a light year?
Is a light year, yeah.
Oh, stupid bitch.
All right, I saw a comedian named Tig Notaro. Does anyone know who Tig Notaro is? I assume if anyone did know, it might be Jackie.
Why do you assume they're gay?
Because they're a lesbian.
There we go. See, I was right. Pat would not go see a straight comedian in these days.
You know what? I wouldn't.
I did, but they're female.
John says Tig Notaro is hilarious. I love that.
Thank you. I assume John, if John knew her, I didn't think he would, but John would love Tig Notaro. I recognize the face,
but I do not know her material.
I only see gay male comedians, straight women comedians, or gay women. Like, any type of woman comedian I'll see, the only male comedian I'll see is gay or queer, and then obviously anyone who's non-binary or trans, I'll see them as well. Anyway, saw her this weekend. And it was hilarious because she's more of a sort of dry, deadpanish, punny humor.
Mm-hmm.
A little more slow with deliveries. And she also plays with the format of a comedy show. So she'll play with the audience's expectations of what
oh god,
she
we're being rated.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hey, Jet Ski. Hello. Thanks for the raid.
Oh, hello.
Hello, everybody. We're in the middle. We're in the middle of a podcast episode right now. Hi, Raiders. Hello.
Yes,
hello, Raiders.
You will be featured on our podcast. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, right. I saw a comedian, Tig Notaro. She's hilarious. Plays with the concept of what a comedy show should be and how the audience reacts with it. She got on the mic before the show started, so no one was on the stage, and she goes, "Hi everyone, like it's me, Tig Notaro. I was supposed to have an opener, but they never showed up. They couldn't make it. So I think, I'm just going to have to go on with the opener, and I'm just going to... She's like, what if I just did the whole show from the back of the stage? And for the first 5 minutes, she's not even on stage. She's just talking to us through the mic, just like random thoughts spilling out of her brain. She gets on stage, and by the end of her set, it is her at a piano singing Hello by Adele and playing the piano, not being able to sing, doesn't know all the words, and can't play the piano at all. That's how the show ended. And it was just... Kelly didn't like her comedy as much. He kind of fell asleep, but I was living. I love her. No. She has a great set, a great stand-up. It's not videotaped, it's just recorded. It was an album. But it was like her first big hit where she went on stage after she had her double mastectomy for breast cancer, and she does the set shirtless. And she talks about her problems with cancer, the loss of her mother, and her being a lesbian. And it's just, she's so good. She's so good.
I love that. Incredible. I gotta look her up. I feel like I've seen her content on TikTok before. I've definitely seen clips of it, but I need to do some formal looking up.
I think it's nice because she's not, she's not vulgar. She doesn't really curse at all. She doesn't talk about salacious topics. It's way more just everyday stuff, and I like that variety because I'll see Ali Wong, who's a very funny Asian female stand-up, and she just talks about pussy juice and being a girl boss.
Love that.
And I love that. I love that, but it's nice to have a good balance.
Yeah, I totally agree. I love having a balance in my
pussy juice.
Listen.
Well, I mean, Jackie's got none right now, but
there's got to be a good pH balance in it.
Okay. I like balance in my comedians. Not that I watch as much comedy as I like to. There's one comedian who I want to bring up to you guys. Is Chris Fleming. Do you know Chris Fleming?
No, I do not know who that is.
He is a vaguely male comedian who
vaguely male.
I love that description. Vaguely male.
What does that mean?
He does a whole bit about his kind of identity and kind of people being like, are you a male or a woman? He just goes on a whole 2-minute to 5-minute tangent about essentially not answering the question. He's really fantastic. Roz got me into his content, and it's just very funny. He does skits. He has one song that's amazing. It's called Wildly Unlikable Guy. And it's just fun. I highly recommend you listen to it outside of the podcast. And to all our viewers out there, if you need more queer comedians, go ahead and give Chris Fleming look him up and enjoy his content.
I do love me some queer comedians.
John is saying, remember Russell Peters? No, I do not. But I do know if anyone wants another sort of alternative comedian to listen to, Hannah Gadsby.
I don't know who that is.
Yes.
Joel Kim Booster is a queer comedian who I love, who is hot as hell.
I see all of the tweets because we follow.
Joel Kim Booster is Asian comedian, hilarious, hot, an adopted individual, so he has a lot of range of topics he can draw from.
I don't know who that is.
Maybe too Asian? What does that mean, John?
Is that Russell Peters? Is Russell Peters too Asian?
I don't think Russell Peters is Asian.
Wow.
Anyway, okay. Joel Kim Booster co-wrote the upcoming film Fire Island, which is a modern-day retelling of Pride and Prejudice with gay men on Fire Island, and it's gonna be lit. It has Joel Kim Booster, Matt Rogers, Bowen Yang.
I love Bowen Yang. I love Bowen Yang. Can I say that?
Yeah, you could. I love him too. He could leave me for dead. I don't care.
Bowen Yang could leave me for dead as well.
He's the SNL star.
Stacked cast, yes. Just kidding.
Yeah, stacked cast. And there's the other guy who I can't remember, but he's a professional dancer on Broadway. He's also in it. Lots of gays, gay content, gay rom-com. We need more gay films and content. So I'm super excited. And apparently, it's not going to just be some generic, bleh rom-com. There'll be
Gay
some depth
rom-com.
to it.
Like, what's that movie that we were talking about? The jingled one.
No,
What was it called?
Was it Single
Single
All the Way?
Single all the way. Yeah.
But we
I
need,
never saw that.
we need bad gay rom-coms to balance out the good.
Wait,
gay.
so was Single All the Way a good one or a bad one?
No.
It was a
If
little
you wanna watch
cringe. It was a little
If you want to
cringe.
watch a good gay rom-com, Happiest Season on Hulu is a good lesbian
that's right. Yeah,
rom-com,
I remember you mentioning
which is leagues better than Single All the Way. But Joel Kim Booster, amazing. But anyway, Hannah Gadsby, alternative comedian. She does more monologue than stand-up, but she has 2 specials on Netflix. Her first special. Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it. Roz watched it.
It's
and
like
said
it's funny until it gets to a point
Yep.
and it's so like tragic/traumatic, but so like what she talks about is very tragic, but the way she sort of like eloquently describes things that's happened to her and people like her, it's just so I don't know. I almost sobbed.
Oh,
It was
hi,
amazing.
Play. Thanks for stopping in, giving us a lurk. Thank you for the lurk,
really
Play.
fantastic.
Hello.
Hi, Play. Here for a quick lurk.
I will say for anyone here who is new to our podcast, because I think we were in the middle of talking about the comedian thing, but we are in the middle of a podcast episode, our podcast, What Do the Gays Think? Where basically we just sit and we chat about gay stuff most of the time, but also occasionally we'll talk about like current events and things that are going on, kind of give our perspective on them. Jackie, get out of here. I don't care what you have to say. No, we care a lot about what Jackie has to say. Jackie's voice is important to the community.
Jesus, as Jackie's like consistently.
Really? That's what you said before the podcast.
Well, don't. I said that I wanted to cuddle with you before the podcast, and you were like, "No."
Well, no, wait.
I don't know.
Didn't Jackie say you were gonna cuddle, and then Matt, you said you didn't agree to that?
It was the other way around.
Vice versa.
Oh, well.
Anyway, for anyone who is currently listening, we're also accepting Q&A if you want to ask us questions about things. Or
anything at all.
Anything at all. Ask us pineapple on pizza, yes or no. Coke or Pepsi, yes, or things like that you could do.
Coke.
Yeah, Coke, all the way. Is anyone a Pepsi
obviously.
person?
I like both.
You like
Well, you're wrong.
both equally? You're wrong.
Well, like, who's winning the Oscars? I don't care.
Are they on? See, that's how little I know. Are they on right now?
No, they're on, I think, next week. I will take the place for cuddling. Well,
There we go.
I just got a king-size bed. You can get a lot of people in that bed. You can
Purple mattress.
No, I did not get a purple mattress.
You got Oh wait, no,
they
that's
brought it up.
that's right. I forgot. Okay.
I watched the Batman. I don't think anyone else did.
I haven't seen it. I have to see it yet.
I can give a quick answer for it.
Give us broad strokes.
Well, John saw it as well, and I will give broad strokes. The Batman is I did get surged. I mean, I flooded that theater by myself. You know what?
God.
There's a little flooding scene that happens in the film. Not a spoiler. There's some like light flooding aspect of the film. You can even see it in the trailer. I flooded it. It's great. Robert Pattinson plays a very, very good Batman. He plays a very bad Bruce Wayne, but I think it's because they wrote him to not be, because it's only his early time as Batman, so he doesn't have the Bruce Wayne persona down. This film really hammers the idea that his primary personality is actually Batman and not Bruce Wayne. So he plays a very good Batman. Selena Kyle, played by Zoe Kravitz, is fucking like sexy, hot, empowered, bisexual icon.
Love that.
I love Paul Dano's Riddler. It's the most realistic villain you could get out of a Batman film so far. It has such beautiful cinematography. I love the director, Matt Reeves. I think the films he does are so good, so well written. It's long, but it doesn't feel that long, at least for me. I might be biased. It's also kind of funny, but it's not like Marvel film funny where it's like joke on joke on joke. It's more situational humor and like deadpan humor, which is great. The tone is great. It's much like shot so perfectly. I've seen it 3 times.
Wow. It's a long movie, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like almost 3 hours long. I'm probably going to see it a 4th time. And
It's a long. It's a long movie.
It has like 2 series that are gonna come out in relation to it on HBO Max as like long running series. I think it was great. John says it was hilarious. There was a lot of fun puns. And it's just fucking lit.
Oh my god, have you guys seen Don't Look Up yet?
Yes.
No.
Okay, well, I'm not going to give away any spoilers then, in case you did want to see Don't Look Up, but me and Troy watched it last night, and I will say that it is so on the nose that it kind of made me uncomfortable.
Don't Look Up. Comedy disaster. 2.5
There's a lot
hours.
of there's a lot of that should win Best Movie. I don't know if it should win Best Movie. I think it might win Best Screenplay because it did win Best Screenplay at the not the BAFTAs, the Golden Globes. It won Best Screenplay for something, but its social commentary is very on the nose, but also like
it's so on the nose.
J-Law's in it? Huh.
Yeah, J-Law.
J-Law, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Meryl Streep.
It's so on the nose, and it flew right over my dad's head. Yikes.
The premise for that, for anyone who doesn't know, not at all for me because I know what it is about. 2 astronomers go on a media tour to warn humankind of a planet-killing comet hurtling towards Earth. The response from a distracted world, meh.
Yeah, so it
it's
kind of
very meh.
It plays off of like people ignoring science, and there's a lot more themes.
Yeah.
There's a lot more themes to it about like our current political culture and our like societal culture, and it's just so on the nose that like I felt uncomfortable by how on the nose it was because I thought I was watching something that could literally happen in real life, and I was like, oh my god.
And bringing this back to the Batman, the villain, Paul Dano's Riddler, when you learn more about him and his ideology and his sort of reasoning and how he operates, it's very eerily similar to current like things we've seen in real life with certain notable people who do bad stuff. There are aspects of his character that I've seen on the news, and I've seen this person in real life already.
From are you being coy and not saying like who?
Well, like
who it is, or are you saying in general you've seen?
In general,
Okay.
This isn't a spoiler, but like his character is very radicalized.
Okay.
And that kind of how he became it and how like the process of that, and if you watch the movie, you'll see is very much something that happens in day-to-day lives.
Gotcha. Interesting.
So, yeah.
Jetski says some of the messages on a video were so realistic, being vague on purpose.
Yes, some of his. This later on in the film, the last video message you see of his is like, "I know this exists somewhere on Reddit." Like that exact scenario has happened on Reddit, I'm sure, or like some dark web, back corner alley where incels live.
Ooh.
Okay.
Do you want to turn to Turning Red? I know you two haven't seen it.
Yeah, we could let's talk about the response it's received, because the only things that I've seen about Turning Red is that there's, again, I haven't seen the movie, but there's something about periods in it, and there was apparently a lot of backlash around that from
Turning Red.
You shouldn't talk about those in media.
Oh my god, Jackie.
Get it? Turning Red.
I just think it's really gross that they would bring up
the title is about period blood
in a movie for
Isn't
children.
That so wild.
You're gonna really corrupt the youth.
Is that what the movie's like about? I actually don't know what the movie's about.
No,
it's straight face.
I'm not gonna if you saw. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what the trailer does. The trailer just shows you that this girl named I think her name's Mei Lin. Basically, she at some point in her adolescence, puberty hits, and she starts turning into a red panda. And apparently, you find out that her family, generation after generation, there are people in the family who turn into pandas. Okay. And it happens when she gets very emotional, when she gets angry, and it just pops out. So it's about her trying to handle this change in her life while going to school, while being with friends, and while she starts feeling things like emotions towards boys. And it's backdropped. That's a spoiler. What's a spoiler? That you've got that from the whole trailer. It's backdropped by the fact that she's a young Asian woman to a family who is, very more, not conservative, but more like strict conservative parenting style. Like her mom is way more tough on her. And and it's about how she handles it all. That's not a spoiler. Watch the trailer.
I don't know. I think her being an Asian girl is a spoiler.
Periods do make it appearance. Yeah, make an appearance. And I thought, the movie's great. The animation's lovely. The music's great. It's really good. But I was surprised when they brought up the period topic, because I was like, oh my god, this is a Pixar film. Like, they don't really talk about that. Wow. But at the same time, I was like, it makes sense. Like,
I mean, I don't think that it should
make sense.
It shouldn't be a topic that's like censored.
Oh god, John. Yeah, I don't think it should be censored. I think it's weird, but not surprising. Because like as chat is saying, periods equal political, and the old white straights are mad about periods. Nothing hugely surprising.
Yeah, because of course they don't understand vaginas at all, you know.
I mean, they're barely like letting a woman be the main character, or in movies, period. So.
Oh yeah, in a movie that's not like about a princess, you know. This is like a normal human life, basically.
And related to this, in another review, a slew of reviews, one in particular that has been highlighted for this film, is the man saying, like, I had to turn this off because, like, I didn't see myself in it. He's like,
oh my god, I saw this.
Whoever wrote it, they were like, this film, like, is very Asian, obviously, because they're an Asian family. And I didn't see myself reflected in it. I couldn't, like, connect with the film. And then at one point, I think either in that review or in a separate review, they were like, it takes place in Canada, but it's always about, like, Asian people. And I'm like, yeah, because there's a high Asian population in Canada.
And also, like, how many movies do these white people see themselves in that everyone else can't see themselves in? Like, they have, like, 95% of the movies out there. Like, give someone else a turn on the screen.
One time, it's a non-white. They're like, I don't know. I can't do it. I don't see myself.
Yeah.
I don't see myself.
I, as a gay white man, an adult now, was able to watch this film about an adolescent girl who turns into a panda, and even I was like, I can empathize with some of the things that she's going through.
Oh, yeah.
So anyone can. Like, no, did I empathize with the period thing? No, because I've never had a period. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My egg didn't drop yet. But
okay.
I could empathize with plenty other in the film, and since this is a queer podcast, there is a little bit of gay in it. Just a little bit. Okay.
Okay.
Sam says the same people mad are the same people that support the Don't Say Gay bill. Oh god, I think we talked a little bit about the Don't Say Gay bill on the podcast, but I think it's past the Senate now, which is further than it was when we last talked about it. And all Governor Ron DeSantis has to do now is sign it. Yeah, I don't know if we want to talk about this.
I just want to talk about one other thing, and it's connected to this whole Pixar thing, which is connected to the Don't Say Gay thing.
A little sprinkling of homosexuality.
A little sprinkling, yeah.
Sprinkle me.
So with the whole Don't Say Gay bill, and then the following the backlash that Disney supports or accepts funds or supports financially people who support the bill, there was that whole Bob Chapek, what's his name? What's the CEO of Disney name? Chapek? Whatever.
Yeah, something like that. Bob.
He basically said, like, we're going to support the gays by making content. And then everyone was like, well, you don't even do that. And then Pixar released a letter stating how Disney apparently would get scripts from them, cut out a ton of shit, send it back. And a lot of times the things they cut out were gay stuff, which they cited were supposed to be in things like Luca. And I was like, could we have gotten a gay main plotline Luca? Because that would have been lit.
I would have loved that. That would have been amazing.
And then also in the news recently, the Buzz Lightyear film had its gay kiss reinstated in the film.
It was taken out, though, in the first place.
So there is a female on female, as far as I know, female on female peck kiss in the film that was taken out. And then after all of this stuff is now back in the film. Apparently, the sexuality of the girl is never in question. Like, she's clearly a lesbian or with a woman, same-sex relationship. But the kiss had been removed, and then after all this, the kiss is back. We're going to get lips on lips, the lady lips.
I love it.
Labia majora.
Jetski says Buzz is a muscle bottom, and no one can erase that.
Chris Evans is the voice of Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah,
he's
a muscle bottom.
He's a muscle bottom.
I can see it. Name a woman.
Name a woman.
Play said before, I am loving this. Thanks, Play.
Well, Play, if you love this, follow the podcast and follow us here. There's lots more of that content. We've been doing this podcast for so long now. We got so many episodes. We're riddled with episodes.
Oh, God, we got riddled with episodes. We're in season 2 of the podcast now.
Riddled with herpes, too.
We've been doing the podcast for how long? We've been doing the podcast for like a year and a half or something.
Over a year, yeah. But that was the last thing I had. I don't think. Let me think. I got JJK. I got Tig Notaro. I got films. I got my new bed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that's it for me. So, anything else you guys want to talk about?
No, I covered my topics as well because I talked about Don't Look Up because
that's right.
That was very on the nose. I suggest watching that movie if anyone hasn't seen it. I would definitely go ahead and take a look at that. We could do a would you, could you, should you, and then we'll continue the stream forward and play some games, but that's where the podcast episode will end.
Oh, wait, I have one small thing. I forgot to tell you guys.
Don't talk about my penis like that. I'm just kidding, listeners. My dick is huge. I'm sorry.
Well,
why didn't the Discord command work? Here we go.
Oh, there you go. I got a new bike. I have an outdoor bicycle, which I can now take and use out of doors, and I'm very excited. I picked it up over the weekend, and I'm ready to just pedal. I took it for a spin today.
A bicycle? Don't you mean a pan cycle?
The complete silence.
Okay, tell me about your bike. How is it? How does it ride?
Silence killed me.
Something clip that. No, it's great. I really like it, and I used to do a lot more biking, so I'm excited to get back into biking and hitting the trails. I really forgot how much more tiring outdoor biking is than like indoor cycling.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Girl that gets ya. She comes for you real quick.
She comes for you.
Yeah.
John asks, is anyone excited for Overwatch 2? I'm excited to try out the beta in April if I get in.
If I get into the beta, I will be more excited. I am looking forward to hearing more about it.
Is it a random lottery or do you just get in?
I think it's gonna be random because sometimes they do it in waves. I think it'll be random.
Oh, okay. I am excited for Overwatch 2 to see. I'm mostly excited for the PvE part. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't even think the beta. John says he thinks it's an open beta. We don't know for sure, but is the beta just PvP? I think the beta is just PvP. I don't think it's a PvE beta. I think it's a PvP beta where it's the new maps, the new mode, and the new hero, but not PvE. But I could be wrong.
Well,
it's just one hero. It's like 3 new maps, 1 new mode, 1 new hero, and the fact that like Doomfist is a tank, and there's only 2 tanks now, or no, 1 tank max now. So like,
oh yeah,
I'm happy that, but like this PvP beta could just be an update for Overwatch. Like it's not giving me any The PvE is the Overwatch 2 content that I want to see.
That's what I want. Okay, then I don't really care too much about the beta then.
I love the new character designs. I love a good post-time
designs. Yeah.
I'm excited to see Doomfist as a tank. I'm curious to see how they're going to do that.
I hope he gets 2 fists. 2 big robotic fists.
Both up your ass.
Both right up my hole. And it's so tiny. It's like a pin.
Little thimble.
Freckle.
Yeah, little freckle. Yep.
All right, we're going to do a would you, could you, should you. You guys ready?
Okay. Yeah.
I don't have one prepared this time, so this time it's going to be something off the top of my head.
Okay, cool. Hair, usually.
What?
Okay.
Hair on the top of your head, usually.
Oh my god, here we go. All right, fuck, marry, kill.
John, thank you.
Fuck, marry, kill, guys. You ready?
Okay, what?
Yeah.
Rob DeSantis.
Ron DeSantis? No. I was gonna start saying JJK characters, but I don't know them.
I was gonna do that. I was gonna do that one.
You know what? I'm gonna do something else. Okay, yeah. Fuck, marry, kill. Ron DeSantis.
Okay.
Greg Abbott, another stupid governor.
Great.
And Phil Murphy. We're just gonna do governors. Here we go.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna marry Phil Murphy. Greg Abbott.
Great, thank you.
I'm gonna marry Phil
That's what he
Murphy
looks like.
because I know he's gonna really treat me right.
Right.
And then I'm going to kill Greg Abbott because his legislation is, in my opinion, worse than the Don't Say Gay bill because he's doing the whole abortion thing. And I guess I have to fuck Ron DeSantis, but when I fuck him, he's gonna become gay, and then he's gonna repeal that whole "Don't Say Gay" bill.
Oh yeah, because then he's gonna finally learn it was all repression.
My dick is gonna. Let me just tell you. Let me get comfortable here. My dick is going to. It's gonna roll out onto the floor, and it's gonna fucking blow his prostate out of the water. We're gonna be playing Battleship, and I'm gonna hit B3, and his prostate is gonna sink like the Titanic.
Do you think it'll sink or do you think it'll fly up to his stomach? You've just shoved it that far.
Well, with how long my dick is, it'll come right out of his mouth.
John says I'm not clipping this. It's probably for the best. I'm not going to lie. It's probably for the best. This is why we're an explicit podcast. How about you, Jackie?
Yeah, what do you think, Jackie?
So I think mine would be the same. It would be the same thing. Obviously, marry Phil Murphy because we love treating people right.
We do.
I would also murder. What's his face?
Greg Abbott, the Texas one.
Yeah, literally, whatever his pet said. Yes, and then to Ron DeSantis.
You're gonna have to fuck Ron DeSantis. Yeah.
Yeah, I would make Ron DeSantis always want to be dominated by a woman or woman-adjacent person. He would have to be spending so much of his income paying for the services that a woman or woman-adjacent person would do. That person doesn't have to do any other job. And then how does that feel? Making a woman or woman-adjacent person just supporting their career. He'd hate it.
He'd hate it, but he would love it at the same time.
Oh, he'd love it. And that's how I would get him addicted to sex and domination and stuff like that.
Income, John says, but cum. Make him cry, Sam says.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, do you guys want to do one for...
Yeah, I'll do one.
Yes.
Jackie, do you want to actually go first?
Okay. All right.
I'm still formulating mine.
Marry for kill. This is going to be an easy one. Well, Utah, Panda, and...
Gonna have to look up these characters. Give me a moment.
Wait. Utah, the cursed speech user. I forget his name.
Oh, God. Oh, God. It's on the tip of my tongue.
I know. You know who I mean.
Sam knows. Sam, who's the cursed speech user?
Cursed speech guy?
Inami? No. Oh, God. No. Something with an I and an N?
Yeah, and an M and an...
What?
Well,
what?
And then the third
Inumaki.
And then the third one would be Maki.
Okay.
Wait, we're not counting the panda?
I took Panda out. It felt too easy.
Well, because I'd fuck Panda. It's, what is it? Yuta, Inumaki, and Maki?
Inumaki and Maki, yeah.
Okay, I am going to marry... Oh no! This is not good. I don't want to kill any of them. Oh shit. Oh god. Oh, I have an idea. I'm going to marry Inumaki. I'm going to fuck Maki because because I could fuck Inumaki for the rest of my life because I'm married to him, but I'm gonna have to fuck Maki first before we get married because then I don't want to be a philanderer. And I know she's gonna take out that fucking spear and shove it right up my hole.
She knows how to handle a pole, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and I'm gonna kill Yuta because you know, I'm not gonna say why I'm gonna kill Yuta because I'm not
I know why.
Is it spoilers?
Yeah, so
Jackie
knows, I'm sure Sam probably knows. Yeah, so
I know why. I get that. Okay. Work.
Matt, just going on picture alone, who would you fuck, marry, kill?
Yeah, so just looking at the pictures, I would probably kill Yuta because, I mean, I've never met this person. He's a little scary looking. So I'm probably going to kill Yuta.
Okay.
Again, just going off of looks because I haven't met these characters yet.
Yeah.
I'd probably marry Inumaki and I guess fuck Maki. Yeah.
Sam says also don't look it up because spoilers, but current manga Maki is hot as fuck, and I can co-sign that.
Yep, I can co-sign it. I've seen
her current look, and she'll shove that spear right up my hole.
She could literally leave me for dead. That's fine. No, that's fine.
That means he's going to eat Yuta with them cannibal tendencies. You know what? Probably.
Cannibal tendencies.
We established Pat as a cannibal last I think stream because you brought up a zombie movie.
We're talking about Jujutsu Kaisen, by the way.
Yes. Mine.
Oh yeah, you tell me. What are you gonna do? I mean, I assumed you're gonna fuck or marry Maki. You're definitely not gonna kill Maki.
I'm probably gonna marry Maki.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna marry her because, you know, she's just amazing, and I mean, hot AF. She could leave me for dead really any day. So I'd marry her. Who would I fuck? Inumaki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'd also kill Yuta?
And I would kill Yuta. I mean, I like Yuta. I do. But I came to... Inumaki had a really nice, like, arc in JJK. And I got to know him a little bit more than I did in the season 1. Versus Yuta was a totally new character. So I'm a little bit more enchanted by Inumaki right now.
Shout out to the monster fuckers out there. I will say, though, that fucking Inumaki would get so interesting so fast because you would just be fucking him and he would just be going, salmon, Tobito flakes.
What? Okay, I'm not gonna.
Eggs.
I'm not gonna ask why. Cause again, I have not met this character yet.
Salmon, crab meat.
Yep.
All right, Pat, give me yours. What's your fuck, marry, kill?
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
No, I'm not gonna do fuck, marry, kill.
Okay.
Let me think. Oh, here we go. So, you could be Yuji Itadori in this situation. Would you eat Sukuna's fingers to gain, his abilities and powers and his whatever and be super strong and whatever? And basically you'd be able to do kind of whatever you wanted, but you'd eventually possibly die because either Sukuna would take over or you would get killed before that happened because no one wants him back on, the living plane. So would you put yourself in Yuji's shoes? Like, he's a very courageous guy trying to, like, eat all the fingers to save the world and prevent Sukuna from, spreading his evil.
Am I the only one? Oh my god, here we go. Am I the only one who can do this, or can somebody else take on this burden?
No, you're the only one who can eat his fingers. Also, you remember, you have to eat the finger because, like, you got, and they're nasty.
Well, can I put them in like ketchup? Can I like?
No, you gotta eat those fingers whole.
No, I can add stuff.
No, the moment you find it, you gotta put it in because the finger emanates all that cursed energy, eroding and like affecting everything by it. The moment you see it, you just gotta slide it right down that gullet.
That's true. So basically, Matt, because the fingers, people always want these fingers. So
fingers are prized possessions.
If they're left in the world, they do really bad shit and they corrupt bad stuff.
Jackie, I will say I've seen the first 3 episodes of this anime, so I know that part at least.
With one of his fingers?
I was gonna ask, can I just shove them up my asshole? Would that work?
No, you have to swallow them. Like, would you finger yourself for a little bit, though, just to see what it's like?
No, you told me I need to eat them immediately to prevent them from corrupting anyone else.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Okay, fine. Eat them.
Yeah, you stupid bitch.
I would do it. Yeah, I would do it.
Inumaki is so hot. He is so hot. I love him. Inumaki could tell me to do anything.
Inumaki
would be like,
too.
He'd be like, get on your knees, and I'd be like, well,
you would have to. You have to.
You can buy chocolate Sukuna fingers IRL.
I would deep that Sukuna finger down my throat. Chozo's my little meow meow.
Meow meow.
Yeah, you can, but yeah.
Anyway, I would do it. I would do it.
Sam, okay, wait. Sam, didn't you show us, or maybe it was T, somebody had tried to bake a Sukuna finger
Oh,
but it
no.
went horribly wrong, and by wrong I meant it got real phallic real fast.
Oh.
When it baked, it like puffed up, and it was, oh boy.
Here we are eating Sukuna's dick instead.
Okay, I would probably eat the fingers, I guess. What about you, Pat?
I wouldn't.
I had a feeling you were gonna say no.
No, I don't
Yeah.
want that. I don't want to eat nasty dead fingers. And B, I don't want that inside me. I want other things inside me, but not that. No.
Sure. Here's my
Okay.
reasoning. I would be experiencing such moral turmoil, knowing that I was the only one who could do it, that I would just feel compelled to do it.
There's
So,
always another
Same.
person, maybe
Feel
like
that.
generations from now. I don't care what
oh,
happens.
that's true. That's true.
Pat's a very selfish person.
I respect him being selfish.
Shellfish
Shellfish.
person.
Selfish person.
Anyway, that's the pod. That's
That
the
is the
live
pod.
pod.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us for the live pod. I want Sukuna inside me any day, says Panda.
Yes, for people who are here in chat, we are going to go and play a game right after this, so feel free to stick around. But for people who are currently listening to this on any of our podcasting platforms or on YouTube, this is where we are going to end. But go ahead and follow us on Twitch. Our Twitch is What Do the Gamers Think? GAYMERS. So go ahead and give us a follow there and keep updated on, we may do another live podcast episode like this at some point. Anyway, and if anyone in our chat currently wants to join our Discord is called Pride Empire.
I missed you too, Panda.
Oh, Panda apparently didn't miss me, so whatever. Anyway, thanks everyone for joining the podcast. I appreciate you all, and goodbye. That's where the podcast ends.
But you didn't do the regular sign out.
We didn't do the sign out.
That's okay.
I had such a good line. I was
Okay,
waiting
go ahead.
for it.
Go ahead.
Okay, Pat, you go first.
Well, Matt has to do his thing first.
Oh my
you have
god.
to do
All
the
right.
thing. Get the sentence up.
I am Matt Klubeck.
And I am getting dicked the house down, dick of death boots, diva. You want to get down, diva dicked realness, honey, by the one and only Yuta Patrick.
Okay. And I'm a pancycle, Jackie.
You mean pancycle, right? Pancycle.
Okay, goodbye everybody.
Goodbye.